Hey, what's up? I'm Michael. Today I am going to be drawing Jon Arbuckle from Garfield. This is my study of him. Let me put it down here so you can see it a little better. Now he's proportioned weird, a little weird. I'm going to be drawing a mix between this face and one of these two bodies. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet, but I think I want to have him to the side, so let's get started. Now Jon is, let's start with his head. I'm going to keep room up here for his hair, and then I'm going to come down just a little bit and just go for a head shape right here. And his head is, it's not really a circle, it's more of an elongated circle. An oval and a elongated circle are two different things. If the ends of them is on an elongated circle is more rounded, and the outsides, the whole shape is a more of a squarish shape, whereas an oval is sort of like an ellipse almost. I guess the difference between eye shape and a rounded block almost. So I'm going to take this, and now I am going to put this down here to give myself the relation that I need. So I've got from here to here to here. I'm just eyeballing this, and then okay, so this is actually going to work out fairly good. I think that what I'll do is I'll go on and let's see. Let me see if I can zoom out just a little bit actually. And fix my camera a little better, because this is going to, alright, that'll have to do because his legs are actually going to come down here. So let me get a new point on my video. That's what these lines are. It just lets me know where I can draw across the paper basically. Okay. And his head in relation to his hair is about a fourth of it. I'm just going to block this like so, block it out to start with, and just simply come like that. Okay, now the next thing, I do want to bring down a little bit of a neck, not very much. Okay, and actually I don't want the hair right there. I'm going to change that a little bit. So let me come back in here, and I was doing the wrong one, so let's get that back like that. Okay, so the hair is only going to come out on one side like that. I'm going to cut it about right here, I guess. And this side of the face is going to come on up. Now, Garfield, Odie, and Jon all have the same eye structure. It's like you get this, if you can see that, and then you just put a dot and you have their eyes pretty much. So let me go on and erase that back out. Alright. The relation of his head to his torso, his upper torso, from his waist to his shoulders, is the same as his head with the hair. So I need to take this and actually move it down about here, and then come back about here, and that'll work. I can come on down a little bit further, so I'm going to bring that down here. And then I'll go on and put his feet right down below that. Please excuse the background percussion. Okay. So I'm just going to block in where his shoulders are going to be, basically. I want them to come out about to where his hair is. So I'm going to just go straight down like that. Now you can just take a ruler and draw down with it. Okay. So here I'm just going to go on and let's see here. This is going to round like this. Alright. And I tell you what, he's not going to be quite that wide over here. He'll be more about right here probably. So let's go on and do that. Alright. So whatever shoulder is closest to you, it sort of is a half circle like that. And then his arms sort of, it has another one there, and it sort of just does its own little thing. So I'm not even going to bother putting it in yet, though. Again, from the neck to the top of the head is the same height as from the neck to the bottom of the waist. So I'm going to come here. Now, as his shirt goes down, it gets fatter. So we're going to do it like that. Now, at the bottom of his shirt, he's always got, it's like he's wearing a sweater, a polo type sweater or something, and it's going to come around like this. Alright, so now his arm, this is a little weird. His arm comes down to where usually if it's straight down, his wrist is going to match up with the bottom of a sweater. So I'm going to move it down just a little bit more because I moved his arm. Instead of being straight down, I moved it a little bit. Okay, now the way he's drawn, he has sort of a, let me actually come back down right here. He has sort of a little butt shape, and then his pants are going to come back like this. Alright, so I want to say to here, just like an outer circle, and then a very weird little circle there. And he sort of, he's skinny, but he's drawn chunky. It's weird. His clothes make him look really chunky like. So it's just kind of weird. All right. I think what I'm going to do though is go on and now his right at the bottom of his pants, they sort of flare out just a little bit. Like so. Alright. Now his hand is, it's kind of weird. I'm just going to draw it like this. I come down here, slightly angle it, and then meet it. And he's just got 3 fingers. So 1, 2, 3. And that's all you have to do for his hand. I'm going to make this my own a little bit more. Alright, so I'm going to bring this out a little. I'm going to bring that in a little and tighten that up a little. Alright. Now, the reason I put him facing this way is kind of weird. I had an idea. So, what I'm going to do is actually have his arm coming out a little bit. And you'll see why in a minute. I'm doing something a little bit different for my cartooning series today. Alright. Now at his feet, you can either put his socks in, or you don't have to. Some people draw a little bit of his socks and then his loafers. And to draw his loafers, you start with the outside one, and you're going to sort of block it in. Make sure I'm still on the camera. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to bring it on to here. And I'm actually going to... I made him too fat, so you might want to skinny him up a little bit. Let's see. That's still on there, so that's good. Now, he's got a tongue in his shoe, and then a little part here, and then the back of a shoe, it comes around like that, where his socks are in there, and then that little tongue of a shoe, and then he has this little front part to his shoe that loops over like so as well. Now at the bottom, you want to come back and add in the sole, and you don't have to make these quite so tall. I'm not very good with feet or with shoes, but he's got a little bit of a heel on his loafers, so there we go. Alright, now I'm going to change this up a little bit. I don't like it, so I am going to change it. Alright, I'm going to bring his arm down here, and then like this, and I'm just going to start blocking in to do this a little bit faster. Okay, so now I have my hands the way I do them. Everybody, excuse me. everybody should do hands their own way. The way I've got him, I have him this way for a purpose, though. Let's see here. I just have to get it drawn right. Okay. And actually, I'll tell you what, this would be a little bit different than this. It's going to come out more like this. And we'll have it sticking out right here. You can't really see what that is. And you'll be able to see it better when you get to when I get to the inking. Okay. All right. And now, if you're drawing something to where it's something straight, go on and draw it all the way through to start with. And that way you can fold hands around it better that way. So I'm going to bring this up like so. And I'm going to have his hand doing like that. And all right. Okay, let's go for the face. And I am going to actually have to do something. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm using a white card for a white balance, so I'm having to stop my videos instead of letting them run on their own. Okay, so I'm going to divide his face. What I know is that his neck is really small, and it actually meets the bottom of his face, and it doesn't have any overlaps. So, and then he's got cheeks that sort of come out and back in, and then this one's going to sort of come up and back in a little bit, and then up. Now, his hair is going to be at least that far away, so let me draw his eyes now. Okay. Alright, now his nose is more implied than anything, and it's going to just be a single line, and we're going to do it like this. And I'm going to come back and fix this a little bit differently. Now, what makes Jon Jon is his hair. So he don't exactly look like Jon yet, but right here he's going to have an ear, a little ear, and this part's going to be darkened, and then his hair starts curling. And let's bring it in right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go on and sort of bring it back like that. And let me see, does he look right? Not exactly. Let's see what I can do about that. For one thing, this eye was not quite the right size. We'll move the pupil over just a little bit. Let's see. Okay, he's got a little bottom lip here. He has sideburns right here. And then he's always got in his hair 3 lines right here from what I've seen. Now on the back side of his head, he's got little hairs sticking out like so. Now what really makes Jon Jon is he has a collar on his shirt, and we're going to actually have to erase out some of this that I put in here to fix this. Alright, that's a little too far. I'll just pull it out a little bit. Okay. Alright. He's got a collar, and his collar can be drawn in several ways, but I'm going to do it more like this. Alright. Like so. Let me bring his arm down just a little bit. There we go. And I'll take that out. Alright. And now on this side, he's going to have like that. And right in the middle, it's going to come down. So I've got it to where, let's see if I can pull that back out. Yeah. His neck is actually going down into it. So, what is Jon doing? Well, Jon is doing exactly what I'm doing. And he is drawing a picture or painting. And he is thumbing his pencil, and he's got his paintbrush in his other hand. So that's what Jon is doing, and I am going to see about drawing an easel now. So right over here, I'm going to simply sketch in an easel with a okay. It doesn't have to be much, it's a cartoon. I am going to use my ruler. And I'm just going to make a weird looking easel, excuse me. I need to do it about right here, sorry. Okay. I was a little bit tired of drawing something where they weren't doing anything, so we're just going to put just straight across a little tray, And then right here, another little tray. And this one is going to have something like this in it. Okay, and if you can see, that's supposed to be water, so I think that is going to work well. Let me bring that in a little bit. And now, since this is a Garfield thing, I'm actually going to bring this down just a little bit more. I'm just going to have I'll tell you what, I'm going to put him, well, that's fine. Let me draw him right, though. Okay. Okay. Let me simply do that. And pull in his colors. Now, as I've done in the Garfield video, I'm going to simply block in with triangles where I'm going to put those things at. So, alright. And let's do that. Okay, so there's a miniature Garfield to go along with Mr. Jon. And I will be back in a few minutes to ink him. Okay, I'm back, and it is time to ink. This time, I think I'm going to try a different pen. I am going to ink with my Micron 08. Now, during my little break, I changed a few things. I changed the angle of his chin here. I rounded out his eye a little bit better. And I actually changed the angle of this, so it looks more like it's actually sitting there and it's not going to fall in the floor top heavy type or front heavy. So let's get to inking. Okay, I want to ink him first, and then I'll tell you what, let's go on and ink up this. Okay, maybe I should get my other pen. That one doesn't want to cut it right now. Let me try this other one. This is a new one. I've used my pens quite a bit, and they're beginning to sort of dry out on me. Now, a ruler can be an absolutely invaluable tool if you're inking. There's a trick to being able to properly align a ruler as well. You put your pen down, and then you line it up. And you just have to be careful that you don't do what I did there and actually get the let the ink bleed through a little bit. So I'm going to go on and line this up without that this time. Alright, so I want this to be like that. Alright. Okay. Be very conscious about where, like, what's on the inside of your stuff as well. What's on the outside and what's on the inside. Alright. Okay, so this is his easel. I'm just going to freehand the rest of it, I think. Well, some of it I will. Okay, now a lot of canvas has weird edges and stuff, so that's what I'm putting in there. All right. And I'm making the paint brushes look like they have leaves on the end, simply to show the bristles and that they're wet. Okay, so next, I'm going to come back in. I think I'm going to do Garfield next. Alright, let me... add a few things onto this. These are knobs to turn it and hold it into place. All right. Okay. Now, I want his line of eyesight to be like that. So I'm going to do that before I do anything else. Alright. I changed the angle of his nose during that break. I changed the mouth slightly. And I changed this chin over here slightly. Not the chin, but this cheek on this side. piece of hair or something on my pen. So, all right. Okay. Let me see here. I think for some of this stuff, I'm going to go with a finer line. Let me try this first. Alright, that worked. A finer pen, I mean. And let me make sure. Okay, yeah, this is the 08. Let me get my other 05. Well, I think this 05 might work fine for it. I'll try my old 01, see how it works. I'm going to do Garfield with that. And okay. Okay. I'll go back in with my brush pen to do some of this stuff. Now, like I said, you can do this fairly fast if you want, or, well, you can do this really slow if you want. You can also, if you want to, you can do it fairly fast. I actually prefer working faster most of the time, unless it's something that's going to be really hard for me to draw. So there's him, another paintbrush. And I'll tell you what, let's have a drop of paint coming off of it. And I'm going to put a little top over that so you can see where it's coming from. Alright. I want to see if I can get that other that micron pen to work again. A lot of my pens, I've got them, I guess I've got them stored up and they need to be stored down. So, oh yeah, it's going to work. I like the microns because they actually flow smoother than the zigs. they go on easy. It's like they glide across the paper easier. It's really weird too. I mean, if this paper is actually somewhat textured compared to most paper because it's recycled, and it just, to me, the microns work a lot better on it than the zigs do, but I like the zigs as well. Okay. And there's Jon. Okay, let's do Garfield now, and let's do him in my Zig 01. There's a reason I want to do this in Zig 01. I don't have an 01 micron. And Zig, or the 01 is a much finer tip, and I can really use that to my advantage doing Garfield when he's so small. I tell you what, I want to see if I can't get that 5. So work with this right quick. Just darken these up just a little bit. And then I will come back with it, with the 01 to do the other part that I want to do. All right. Okay. All right. Now Garfield better move out of the way, or he's going to be having ink on him. Or not ink, but paint, because Jon's brush is dripping here. I really have been wanting to do a little bit more complex project than what I have been doing with the cartoon and stuff, so all right. Let's go back to that 01 and you will see why I wanted it. That's the 05. Where did the 01 go? Oh, it's up here. The only problem I have with some of these pens is that they want to draw in just one direction. It's like one side of them don't have ink on it or something. Alright, there is Mr. Garfield, and I'm going to imply his back leg back here and his front leg right here, like so. Okay, guess what? That's done. Let me come right on over here and sign it. It is Friday the 13th of 2015. I guess I better finish writing my name, huh? I didn't put the last part in. I was like, wait a minute, what did I do? Okay. And right up here at the top, actually I'm going to do it right here. There we go. Mr. Jon Arbuckle and Garfield. And that is the end of my Cartooning Garfield and Friends series. This, I'll probably, at least for probably at least a week, I have something I have to work on, and it's taking priority, and this is going to be, I don't know when I'll have another one after this. I had scheduled some for after this, but I don't think I'll be able to get to them. So, thank you for watching, and have a great day. I forgot to put in some stuff, so I am going to go back and do that right quick. I went on and erased, and I need to go back in and fill in his mouth. There's his mouth. I think that's about it. I'm going to go back through now. Let me make sure everything is connected. Yeah, it looks like it. I am going to go back through now with my eraser, my other eraser, my kneaded eraser, and I will pick up a picture of it in a few minutes, and I'll see you later. Thank you for watching my video, and if you liked it, let me know with a like and a comment below. You can subscribe to my channel here for all of my latest videos. My latest video with its alternates are here. Down here is an alternate related or video I think you may like, and below that is the playlist for this video. Directly below are my social media accounts, and you can find all of those links in my description below. Thank you again for watching.